The Gathering Storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
If something has happened to Martha, we need to speak with Otto.
Is that Discord? Have I got Discord open randomly? 1 second. No, not Discord. Battle.net. Okay. Let's speak with Otto. Yes, it's a lovely location, this. Again, it's a little bit of a pity about the reflections in the water. Oh, Moogle board. We're going to be introduced to this yet.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken.
This Martha's Rest has survived.
Somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls.
Ouch.
They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers weak enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
Yeah.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their lives and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Oh yes, because we've done such a good job of that so far. A new quest is available nearby. Where? This place is actually fairly substantial. Caulk Bawl. So this is all the way back down at the start of the area. Let's take a quick trip there and see if there's anything that we can do to help. It may ask us to go... Ding, ding, ding. May ask us to go elsewhere. Maybe something that we can quickly do while we are here. The side quests have been of a generally decent quality. Sometimes excellent, sometimes merely okay. Obolus.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
Such sarcasm.
Doesn't agree with it then.
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium,
So the
slurry will
water
keep
is...
eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of
That's
pitch
the
might
second.
stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Right. Someone... Unless, of course, someone finds you some pitch.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands.
And in the middle of a lake, especially.
I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative.
Yes, that wouldn't go so well, would it?
And it just so happens, I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot.
Okay.
Might be enough to tide me over.
Basic kill
Sounds easier
and
than
collect
finding a
X.
faraway forest. That's for certain.
Caulk Bawl. Let's go and slay thorny thistles at Curltail Falls. Where is that? Right, that's Martha's Rest. We're here, which I guess there must be another area in there. 3 reeds. So we're back to areas that we've been to before, which is interesting. I thought we'd be sticking around in the sandy area for a bit, but guess not. Oh, it's all foggy and stuff. Interesting. Oh! Wasn't expecting to be able to fall down there, actually. I was just testing for an invisible wall.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Right, so we've got level 24 enemies. So they're still slightly lower level than we are. That's so silly. I wonder how many icons we can equip at a time.
It's over.
We've got 3. Phoenix, Brooder, Ramu. Any more than that could be...
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Oh, that was all we needed. Who's a good boy?
Right, boy.
Has... Okay. So... Yes, he is now leveled up. Has he leveled up simply through story or through using his abilities? Is the question that I do not know the answer to. I'm going to go hand this back first so I can have a nice clean bit in the editing. Obelisk.
Well, did you find me some wax?
We did.
Find is one way of putting it.
Picture wax. They're using the same icons that they do in FF14.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Yeah, some interesting use of
So your boat has a
Greek
name.
terms.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came.
Mm-hmm.
The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Okay. Quest complete. Rewards. A chunk of XP. Some AP. 10... whatever those are. And, interestingly enough, a badge of might +1. But, what was that green currency symbol? Yeah, we've got Gil, we've got attribute points. Huh. I do not know. And I'm intrigued. I assume it will tell us at some point. It's some kind of points for something, clearly. Maybe a special currency that we can use elsewhere? Don't know. To Martha's Rest.
What happened here?
Oh.
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm.
No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Ah.
Any idea where? Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering
Yeah.
Martha's bearers.
If there were any left.
Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here. We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid. You do the same.
Dark clouds gather. A culling of bearers, one would assume, or a culling of people sympathetic to the bearers?
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Looks like all the enemies are still the same level here, which is interesting, but we've also
Up
got...
ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Oh, shite.
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you.
How did you
You
escape?
have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still
Well.
be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Come on, let's move, let's move, let's move. I know we're working on dramatic time here.
Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all our citizens.
Seems a
Yes.
step too far, even for the Empire.
Cha-cha-ching-ching. Yes, I like the Deadly Embrace more than I like the Phoenix Dash,
There might
I
still be
think.
someone inside.
Glademund Abbey. Is that the priest? No, that's a bearer.
No.
Damn it.
Feck.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them.
What's your tongue?
Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
Ooh.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law.
Oh, dudes. Dudes.
Dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Dark Knights.
On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Okay, so these guys are slightly tougher. It's so difficult to see what's going on when you do that, but it's fun. So... Go Toggle! Oh. Bzz. Woohoo! Enemy slain. Okay. None of that weird currency for that one. So is it something we get for side quests?
All of them.
I think so.
Oh no, we get it for that as well. I assume it will tell us what that is at some point. The Breath of Wind reduces gouge cooldown time.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
Oh, is its head turned to powder? Did
The
they
bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
He's too far gone.
If only that were true.
He's talking about the grander, the bigger picture.
The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Where are you?
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
No, we haven't. He's gone.
He's gone.
Ah, crap.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice.
Which is arguably
They
what
knew
we've
the
been
fate
fighting
that
for.
awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms. Fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift.
So they spread the
Abbot was
ashes
still
of
with
the
us, so I've
cursed.
taken the dust there himself and perform the
Well, the
casting.
dust.
I'll get someone to... I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Release. Mortal remains. The tone again of these quests is suitably melancholy. How am I getting to this place? Oh, I'm going all the way around, aren't I? Yes. They could very easily have ensured that this story was so depressing as to be unenjoyable. And arguably, that is still a danger. Uh-oh. An Ahriman. Oh. A quest Ahriman. Hunt mob. Come on then, bitch. Notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that can be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Level 25. Come on then.
What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Doom. Uh-oh. Probably want to get out of that. I'm guessing that was the right move.
Nice try.
Oh, that was a... Ah. Oh, got you out of that one, didn't I? Yeah, that's actually not very good against these. Ow. Quagga? Uh-oh. There we go. This guy's got quite a lot of HP. I don't know whether this is the best choice. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Must remember, have ranged attacks. Use them. They're not bad. That caught him. That didn't. Ah, that did not. I don't know whether I can dodge that. I assume I just want to get out of that. Ow. Oops, shit.
Well done. To me, boy.
Ow.
That's better. Nice.
I'm struggling to pay attention to this here, if I'm honest. Right. Just gonna get my what is the symbol above his... Oh, it's a mandragora. No. Nice try. Nice try. Yeah, I think this is best for getting the enemy's stagger gauge down. Nope. That's the ranged option, which missed. No, dodge. Ow.
Help me, boy.
I've got him stuck in a corner. Do that. Semi-prime finish. Okay. Our first notorious mark. So is the green thing renown as a currency?
Didn't see that coming.
Right. Oh.
Get it, boy.
Well done, Torgal. Where's Jill gone? I was going to say she can have a snack as well. Me. No, don't do that, Demajen. That's just weird. But actually, where is Jill?
That must be the bridge.
Was she with us for that fight? Or was it... Oh, no. Did we come here on our own to spread the ashes? In fact, we can check whether she's in the party, can't we? Nah, she's not. I hope that's not preparing us for time without Jill. Call me a cynical man.
So shall the waters cleanse
And a pessimist.
And bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
There she is.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Party makeup has changed. So it does actually tell you when things change. So, our first notorious mark. The body's put to rest. Don't think we need to run back. I didn't see whether the notorious mark was marked on the map. So it's possible that we'll be given a general area to find them. From the hunt board?
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
No.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story
Propaganda.
to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What
What these black shields are doing is unthinkable.
And we shall put a stop to it.
Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make
I
sense
think we need to go and pay dear old mother a visit.
Picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones.
Big men or big swords?
Those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people. They're in for a rude awakening.
She's pissed.
Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Yes, so I'm assuming the green star thing is some kind of renown system, so like our reputation or something, so we can build our reputation up and get rewards for it. New quest nearby. What do we have? The White-Winged Wonder. A single side quest to go and do. Let's do the side quest.
Try not to move.
Hello there. Rowan. Hello again.
You handy with that sword of yours?
We've met him, haven't we?
Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing.
We've met Rowan before, haven't we?
The question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Well.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds?
Yes, we know what chocobos are.
And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock.
Whitehearts?
Bravest birds you ever did see.
Is this Ambrosia? Did Ambrosia survive? And of course they won't know who Ambrosia is. Because Ambrosia would.
It's true. Why?
And they've called her Whiteheart because they don't know her real name. Chocobos. Chocobos.
They're back. Looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Go and help them. Yes, we will go and help the chocobos.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
Condescending
I
much.
saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's
all the world.
To us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when
Oh, I
you
bet
see
we
her
will.
right enough.
I bet we
Sure
will.
I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no good bastards
Wasn't there
from me.
a ruiny thing that we found, and an Areta stone actually we found somewhere that we couldn't do anything with? The White-Winged Wonder. Find the hunted chocobo.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
So is Ambrosia. Meow. Quest destination nearby. Oh, a white feather.
A white feather.
That's what I just said.
I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind.
But maybe it's not.
Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
A white chocobo pinion. Oh,
These
many a
chocobos
body.
aren't going down without a fight.
Aha!
We got you cornered, Feathers.
Feathers?
You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you?
You've been bad for business.
They've got masks on, so they don't need to worry about animating the mouths.
To mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because I'm about to kick your
Something of
asses.
a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
Can we get Ambrosia to join our party?
But don't say I didn't warn you.
Right, spellcaster. Oh, that's the wrong. Chocobo Poacher. Oh, Jill is here with us. And slash. Oh. Couldn't get out of that. Bzzzt. Oh, new enemies approach, you say? I need to actually read what that does, because I don't think I've fully understood how it works. Oh, there's a big guy there. Ow. Okay. Ow. Excuse me. There we go.
Nice try.
Damn it. Damn it.
Pressure already. Slow.
That's faster than I expected it to be. There we go. Take some pain. Oh, I am the thunder. Why am I not dodging that? Oh, you've got to do it really early. Got to do that really early. Yeah, that feels like a good choice of move to do during that. That was not the voice I expected to finish that fight with. Level up. Steel Silk, Gilberg. Hey. Because chocobos work by smell, don't they? Hello, Ambrosia.
You're safe now. White heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Yeah. On the eye, yeah. Took her eye out.
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived.
Must have ran.
And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on.
Love his voice.
Well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
We found an old comrade in arms. I think his mouth's supposed to be moving there.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master.
Time?
Kind-hearted
Question mark,
warrior
question mark,
that
question
you
mark.
are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Something like that.
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
I'm sure we interacted with him previously.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight.
We like a heartwarming sight, considering what we just came off the back of.
Stay right where you are.
Saddle. You could technically miss this then, couldn't you? Because if you don't do the side quest...
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure?
Maybe somebody would point us to it.
Indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides.
Happiness.
Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without her.
Well, you still got the rest
Hear
of the
that,
flock.
Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed
Yeah,
my
see.
car on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am.
Yes,
I'm
because
no
that
mind.
brand-shaped scar...
Best be on my way. Good luck to the both
I
of
suppose
you.
he has grown his hair down over it a bit, but...
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Okay. When will that be, Clive? Quest. Complete. No. That's not funny. Well, it is. Ambrosia's tack. A bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood chocobo, Ambrosia. Displayed in chives. Chives chambers. Okay. Chocobo unlocked. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited. 18. Yeah, because it's 5 years after the 30. Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 while in the field, summon Ambrosia, and X to mount the chocobo.
Good girl.
Jill's got her own. Okay.
Run like the wind.
Whee! Actually, that feels kind of weird. It feels like it's not quite fast enough for the movements. Does that mean that we can... Oh, no, they still attack. And we still can't get through watery bits. So it's not a no battle state. It's just a faster movement option. I wonder if there will be, however, things that we can only get to on Chocobo back. Raining is stopped. They put the adaptive triggers on for this, because of course they have. Right. Okay. Oh. Let's blossom.
Throw your weapons down if you want to live.
What the? Hello, friends. Queh. Chocobo only run. Incoming. It's not a very fast way of killing things, but... Oh, they can leash. That's a shame. I was hoping that we could kill something with it. Okay, so Ambrosia can fight. That's good to know. And she is a chunk faster than Clive.
Now, where's Gav?
Yeah.
Gav should be back by now.
Thank you, my lady.
I hear there's trouble.
Right. No new things symbols. Gav's there. New missive. A bird by any other name. Oh, forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I am gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed himself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? She's such a sweetheart, and thus, my expectation that at some point in the story she's going to die. Saddle and blinders specifically crafted for Clive's childhood chocobo, Ambrosia. Even after being separated from her master, the noble steed served the people of Rosaria in his stead, protecting the defenseless from the merciless, just as a good shield should. Why are you so emotional, game? Why are you so emotional? Toggle? Play nicely with the children. Oh, are these the twins? Boots!
Those men didn't hurt Martha, did they?
They did not, Goots. Well, they did, but we made sure that they got their comeuppance for it. To marinate... no, thank you. What new orchestrion roll do we get? Sorrow's Faded Form. Yes, let's have a sad song for this conversation. Gav.
None of the curse breakers have returned.
They'll be fine. Sid wouldn't be here if they weren't.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Yeah, so the implication is that Jill is actually off doing her own...
So,
Ooh, that's
you remember
pretty.
how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head?
So after
And
their
how
big
pissed
crystal
off
cliff
all the other
disappeared,
nations
they
were
got
that
this
they
one
didn't
instead.
think to do it first.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist.
The world's supply?
And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields.
Author.
The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
Yes.
They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Is it? Is that a good plan?
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dharmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
Yes.
There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Waloed.
Drake's Breath.
Which one's Drake's Breath?
Shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
That's the red one.
Acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
Had you not worked this out yet,
Uncle's
Gav?
name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's settled then.
Jill doesn't look particularly enthused by this plan.
Huh?
Although I can't say I blame her. New things to go and do. Words are hard. Otto's counter is now open. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Aligned reports are back. The Patron's Whisper. That's got the little symbol for currency that we've been getting. And the Hunt Board. All 3 are located near Otto. In the mess. Time to go and make a Metna. I'm not making that joke.
What are we waiting for indeed?
What indeed? Right, so this is Vivian.
And how may I assist you today?
Let's have some
My
lore.
beloved homeland.
The crossroads of Valisthea, where one only has to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. Its mother crystal yields more shards than any other, and its lands even now remain untouched by the blight. It is a blessed country indeed.
Least it was.
Or at least it was until Sambrek elected to invade and establish a new holy capital upon Twinside's heretofore and neutral shores. It pains me to see the land I love so changed, and even more to know that I did not predict it. I knew that Emperor Sylvester had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon Oriflamme, the seat of the Holy Empire since its inception, seemed too audacious a move even for him.
Allow me to educate you.
By speaking with Vivian in the Hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings-on in Valisthea, revisit any of the Ninetales' past lessons, or take a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbits.
I have the details here.
The Grand Cast. Here you can view a detailed visualization of character relationships in FF16 that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones. So we've got a timeline at the bottom, and we can see how all the relationships change. And I assume this keeps on growing as we go. The Night of Flames. Death in the Defile. That could be quite useful if you're struggling. Here you can view a detailed overview of current and past events. So this is the same thing, but showing the actual movements of troops and battles and stuff. Complete with cute little pixel arts. The Drake decapitated. Okay.
Very good.
Thank you, Vivian. Right, let's see what we've got over here. So we've got Gout. Gout?
How are you
Gout.
doing?
We've got some alignment
Anything catch your
reports. No available quests in either of the territories, but we do have one here in the Hideaway. Desiree.
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the
So
Patron's
she's-
Whisper.
Nice name.
Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition
Tokens
to
of
setting aside those
appreciation.
tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Sure.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Completing SideQuests will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's mess to view current renown level and accept any donations made. Alright, talk of the tea house. Your merry band of outlaws and its dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk among the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry.
Here you are.
Lots of ability points. That will be most useful. Respect. Our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again.
All yours.
Okay, so your this donation, a Berserker ring,
All in good time, eh?
can't actually see it yet, will be available upon reaching a renown rating of 85. More donations will be available upon achieving a renown rating of 100, so that gives us
Come again. I may have more for you.
reason to go and do side stuff. Hello, Nectar. Nectar. Live! There you are, Capo. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Capo.
The hunt board?
It has
the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
No, he wants you to go and deal with them. That's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, I am the mightiest of all the Mughals. No fiend of the forest or ghoul of the green sword can match up to Nectar the Bold. So I need you to slay them all.
Right. Well, Leaving your mightiness aside for the moment,
Mhm.
the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The
So we
last thing
could.
they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help,
One-man army, Clive Rosfield.
or at least I can try.
Yes, try is probably more accurate with me. I'll keep an eye on all the billets that get posted on the board. Okay. View the hunt board. What are we going to have? The hunt board. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes, such as Clive, will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. So we have already dealt with Ahriman. But we've also got the Angel of Death in Clairview, Sombrec, and Belphegor. So the Angel of Death is what? It's a harpy. And Belphegor is an Avis? Yes. Adjacent to Eastpool. Rank C is what we fought already, and they were reasonably okay, if a little bit slow. So the Angel of Death we can probably do. Belphegor is going to be harder, but a chunk more cash. Do I actually have to... I don't have to accept these, do I? No, there's no option to accept them. It's just, this is where things are. So, if I make a quick note, because I will forget, and it might show us on the map, actually. Okay, question. Okay, that's where we're going next. Doesn't look like we can go and do any of these yet. So, the next step of the MSQ is an essential one before we can make any progress out in the open world. Let's go. Where do I get out here? This way? This way. Yes, some steps. Let's go see what this side quest is like. How am I doing for time? Hour and 30 minutes. At time of looking at the clock, though I may have cut it down depending on how boring I find the footage when I'm editing it. Hello.
Won't be long now, Martel.
Cormac.
Try your apple. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Well, I'm here.
Is everything all right?
So do it.
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old Hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off.
Hurrah.
I took it on, you see, after she, well,
Oh no.
after she died, and now the fruit's
Oh, wasn't she
finally ready to
we
eat.
rescued her, didn't
And
we?
not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the Cursebreakers, on account of all they do for the Hideaway.
That's very kind of you.
Couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Sure.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory.
That's very nice. Very kind. It was Martel that we rescued, wasn't it?
Today's finally the day.
So Mather's all right.
You there, Cursebreaker. Fabian. Hello.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
They're tastier than the old lot.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
That's nice.
A gift from the backyard.
Simple.
For your service.
Simple, but built on something that we'd already done before and learnt about. If you hadn't done that previous side quest, which you might not have done, I wonder if this one's even available. If you hadn't.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple.
Because if we didn't help her, then they wouldn't have had the soil. If they didn't have the soil, the apple tree wouldn't have grown.
Was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon
No,
she'd be
but
happy knowing all her hard work.
they've made a great job of it.
Clyde, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
I will.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Yes, you should. Little bit more world building. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not a lot. And I'm sure some people will not care a whit about it. Where am I going? It's down through here, isn't it? But for people like me who thrive on how people create stories and weave them all together, especially when it comes to how they do it in video games. You know, don't get me wrong, I love a good book. Love a good book. English teacher, literature major. But there's something about how they do it in video games in a way that's impressive. Because, of course, you know, I've seen a lot of video game stories that are crap. But Final Fantasy obviously has a particular pedigree, shall we say, to live up to. And so far, this is doing it in spades. Even with
Send their
the
thanks
side quests.
and their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years?
Yes.
I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
If anything happens to this tree, I will be very cross indeed,
Her
Square
dream
Enix.
died with her. Had you not kept it alive? That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but
Jill, Ambrosia,
kinder to
this
me than I
tree,
deserve.
I'm warning you.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for.
Go and give Jill a bite of your apple, Clive.
They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
What a lovely little quest. The fruits of her labours. A lovely little quest. I really enjoyed that. Curiosity to display in our chambers. That was really nicely done. Really nicely done.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Yes, really appreciated that quest. That was really nicely done. What is this place? Foundations of Valestian Botany. Marble tendrils? After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch, grind in mortar and add to warm curl milk to remedy gout, melancholy and moon sickness. Caution recommended when harvesting as the host may grow disquieted. Yes, it's a marble. Moon sickness. That like period pain. Garland's bales. There's quite a lot. One thing that I've noticed as we've been wandering around, I haven't stopped to click on everything because that will drag the pace of this playthrough down substantially. I'll do everything in New Game Plus because I know there's a New Game Plus. The Final Fantasy mode, as I think they're calling it. I'll go around and read everything then. You don't need to have... It's either that or make this playthrough even harder for myself to edit for pace. And I'm not very good at that anyway, as you are probably well accustomed to by now. Torgal? Are you moving at all, Torgal? Have they forgotten to animate you? Right, that seems to be everything in here that we can do. The fact that we have a wall of memories. Is this building up to another Noctis style event? Because that I loved that in Final Fantasy 15. I know a lot of people didn't. I know a lot of people really felt that the ending to 15 was rushed, and it was. There was clearly much more that they were supposed to be doing with the game, and it was cut. It was a disaster of management and stuff, Final Fantasy 15. But I love the fact that Noctis had to fulfill his destiny at the end, in much the same way that actually Tidus did in FF10 and had the sacrifice there, and kind of actually how Sarah did in 13 too. I tend to like the endings that aren't the rosiest. That being said, FF9's ending, with Zidane coming back and reuniting with, Garnet, like, I love that. I get emotional just thinking about that, actually. And the same goes for FF8. The Renoa walking in and the flowers and feathers from, Squall as he's lying there completely lost and broken and trapped in time compression. I like a lot of different endings. I don't need all of my endings to be happy. I don't need all of my endings to be sad or tragic or whatever. I like the variety that the Final Fantasy series has always offered. And therefore, I liked 15's ending because I liked that it was clearly building up to that and they followed through with it. There wasn't some last-minute Deus Ex Machina where everything changes. Yes, I would have loved for the World of Ruin to be expanded, and what they did with the Royal Edition of that to help expand that section of the game was good, but it should have been there at the start. Really, it should have been there in the first iteration of it, and I'm still essentially a little bit bitter that all of Luna's stuff got cut, the DLC for that. And I still haven't actually read the book. I've had the book now for like 2 years, 3 years, and it's still on my bedside table. I must get back to that. Anyway, back to the Wall of Memories. Are they building up to Clive being somebody who reunites the icons, stops the threat of Ultima, restores balance to the world, but loses his life in the process? Does Valisthea live on only because of him stopping the Blight? Assuming that Ultima and the Blight are related? Because that was the speculation. Sid's speculation that the blight was caused by the mother crystals doesn't quite ring true to me. Because if the blight is caused by something sucking ether from the air and the plant life and everything around the crystals, why is there a flood of ether underneath? Unless it's sucking in from above but not able to use it and then just flooding the tunnels underneath, like we saw in that section. That's an interesting mystery and one that I'm looking forward to finding out the actual cause of. I didn't even look at the thing that we've actually come here to look at because I've just got distracted by, once again, my nice little soapbox, should anybody even wish to listen to me talk about stuff. The Gathering Storm. Let us continue onwards. Because I assume a new quest will start while we are here. New location. In an area that we've already been before.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
He should be used to it.
I needed his eyes and nose in Demajen. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Toggle. On the subject of which,
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
oh, now it's her
If
turn.
I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Don't say that. Don't you dare. If we are going to get Shiva's power, I would like it to be voluntary rather than for Jill to die. I will be very cross. Bloodlines. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.